Hello, welcome to Simple Survival Recipes. These are a few simple recipe ideas that can be useful during a survival situation, and they can be prepared from items I have included in my survival buckets. Fry bread. This is made from 1 cup flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of oil or shortening, and water. Mix all dry ingredients, then add oil. Add water slowly until a non-sticky dough is formed, similar to biscuit dough. Knead the dough well, then divide it into 4 balls. Put about 3/4 inch of oil into a skillet. I prefer cast iron. And heat it under medium heat until you see bubbles. Flatten the dough by hand. No rolling pin is needed. Then place carefully into the hot oil. Cook one at a time on one side until it's golden brown. Then turn it over and cook the other side until it too is golden brown. Now remove from the oil. Place it on a towel or a napkin. This bread is delicious. It's not oily or greasy. It's just tasty and filling. Now, using minimal ingredients, let's look at a main course dish. Something you can eat with your fry bread. All you need is 3 ingredients from your survival food bucket. That's all. I will tell you that you can also add TVP as a 4th ingredient if you'd like. Vegetable rice. 1 to 1.5 cups of rice, 1 vegetable bouillon cube, 1 teaspoon dehydrated vegetables, and water. Put water and 1 teaspoon of dehydrated vegetables into a pan. Bring it to a boil. Then add 1 bouillon cube. Then add your rice. Let it boil and steam until rice is done, about 20 minutes. Now enjoy! Understand these recipes I'm giving you are simple and tasty, but all ingredients are found in the food buckets that I explained in my earlier video. Granted, I don't put cooking oil in the buckets, but as I have explained in the video, I always try to keep at least a 1/2 gallon of oil per bucket available. And when at all possible, I keep and reuse the cooking oil. Just strain it to keep out residue pieces. Tuna pasta. 1 cup of pasta, any type. 2 tablespoons of powdered cheese mixed into a sauce. 1 cup of powdered milk. It's optional. And 1 packet of tuna. Cook the pasta until it's done. Mix the powdered cheese into a sauce. You can include the powdered milk to make the cheese creamier. Mix the pasta, the cheese, and the tuna. It's ready to eat, and it's so delicious. Now flatbread. 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oil, and water. Mix all the dry ingredients together, then add the oil. Continue mixing until it appears to be coarse. Then start adding water. Add a little at a time until a non-sticky biscuit or pizza dough like is formed. Divide it into 8 balls, roll them out flat and thin, with a rolling pin preferably. You want them as thin as possible. Place them into a cast iron skillet with no additional oil added. Once slight browning occurs, turn it over and let it cook until it starts to brown on that side. Now remember, these breads are good for several days. So if you have a zipper bag or anything to put them in, they're great. Adding them to any meal gives you extra energy because they are a form of carbohydrates. And this will help you survive. Beef and potatoes. 8 slices of dried beef, 3 cups of potato flakes, water according to the potato instructions, plus about 1/4 cup. Soak the dried beef for 2 or 3 minutes, then chop it up into smaller pieces. I like mine very small. Now, put the water for your potatoes on to boil. Once the water starts to boil, add the dried beef. Let it boil for about a minute, remove it from the heat, and add your potatoes. The salt from the beef will make it saltier than some people like. You can always allow it to soak longer if you prefer, or you can even change the water after the first minute or two for even less salt. Now understand, these are just a few tasty meals that you can create from the survival buckets that I have told you about. Although the true recipe combinations are limitless, mine are focused more for 1 or 2 people. Your own tastes and ideas are what sets your meals. Now, if you have any recipe ideas from the survival buckets, feel free to comment and let me know. Create your own recipe video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, it's better to be prepared and nothing happen than to be unprepared when it all falls apart. Thanks for watching.